I'm not one saying this shit's relevant, and no one has to listen. So I don't like, someone get on TikTok and YouTube and, just shake their ass and say other words 10,000 times, just, all the sexual focus on media and seeking social approval, which that's what you got to understand about is, atypical spectrum, not whatever, what degree. It's like, that's what the flaw is like with the religions. And then and your parents not even going to acknowledge any, like, they're not noticing like, hey, he's not typical. And, not even considering like, what is it? You're touching things like, you're not speaking like Rain Man, but you're touching things like you're like, oh, I can't move because I got to touch this 10,000 times. And no one knows what like you wear a shirt 3 days in a row to school and it's like you're being laughed at and it's because you don't know any better. And like your mom doesn't even notice. Your mom doesn't notice, hey, you just wore this brand new shirt 3 days in a row. And it's like, that's okay. I mean, there's not whining. It's just, there's little things like when, there's just no explanation for. And my deal with it, like, the thing is, not only you're defying, like, I don't mean to be so impatient with my father, but dude, like, you've had your whole life to stop. And every time you have an opportunity to just shut the fuck up with some decor of respect, at least for my grandmother and my biological predisposition, you absolutely refuse to. You come with both barrels. If I, like the thing you couldn't let go, this is your first time here. You wondered, I mean, you don't like it being an idiot. Like you don't even realize that you're just saying we're the biologic then. Suppose you're in a religion that's a patriarchy, yet you're completely, like you're controlled by my mother. I had no problem with that. And you, here we go again with this thing. I'm drinking a little instant coffee. It's kind of, get back going and whatnot, it's kind of weird. It's like, you have no problem being complete, like, servant of my mother and think, and like that, and like you had to have my mother. Why did you have to have my mother? Because you were here to interfere with my great grandmother's agenda. That's why you had to have my mother. Duh. It wasn't because of love. You had to have my mother because you had to interfere because you're from the rights, from some kind of, I guess from the, the British control dynamic. And I understand, like, you can't pigeonhole us into anything. Like, these things aren't race specific. Like, a lot of things what males did in a particular race, the females had no part of. So, what was it? British women that tried to control the world? I've heard no evidence of it. It's British males. I ain't got no fucking allegiance, no goddamn British males whatsoever. Ain't nothing wrong with individual British males. I'm just making a point. It's like, you can't pigeonhole us in any of this shit. And you can't, as soon as you call somebody else, it's like, oh no, I'm not interested. And I was like, these black women, it's like, I'll give you half a glance. And then the next time I go to the break room, you're staged up sitting there and talking to someone else, Caucasian as hell, like that over with. I mean, not that I'm only looking for myself anyways, but it's like, I'm not going to respect that. I mean, it's like, all this shit's like, where's all this tension coming? I mean, why is all this tension been in the last year? What's all this tension about? Huh? As I'm looking old, I mean, as far as like hair wise, that's nothing. I mean, I can just, when you don't shave your neck hair, it's unattractive, like for males, like when they just like don't shave their neck, there's, what I'm saying? And you don't care what you wear, and it's like, what's all this tension about, huh? It ain't adding up. Ain't nothing interesting over here going on. So, but whatever, they go, oh, no, I know it, kid. You can't have, like, no. That's the way it always works. And like, the thing is, we don't care. That's, the thing with the other. It's like, I don't care, the one, the not the one, like all this stuff is irrelevant. Not being atypical, like, frees you up. You're not seeking approval. We're not seeking approval. I was going to say outside yourself, but, you need yourself to, like, consider you, that's the thing. It's only, you need yourself to, like, value. Again, like, we don't understand. We've been duped by us. Love yourself means loving yourself. If you can't love yourself, how are you going to love yourself? You understand all this oneness? If you can't love your base oneness, how can you incorporate this into all your other oneness? And there's no accusation. I'm just saying it makes sense. Well, this would be a good, way, good place to start. If, start with, loving your gender, meaning, start, loving your female energy, and your female energy start loving your male energy. if you came here isolated and biased. I don't know what other people did. That's what people are saying. Like, what do you not get? We don't know what you're doing and we don't care. Why would anyone even consider telling somebody what they are, why they are, and the parameters of how they're going to operate? Why would anyone even consider that? What business of it is yours? I came here as soon as I can remember, like a system analyst, you know, whether I had a label for it or not. It's like, I'm not typical. My mother keeps beating, like, everything she tells me. It's like the way it is. Like, that's stupid. Yeah, I wasn't having trying problems. It's like, no, that's stupid. Yeah, just everything you told me the way it is. Like, why would someone assume I can't give a fuck the way something is? Oh, this is the way it is. Well, does that mean it should be? What the hell does the way it is have to do with the way it should be? So I don't care. I don't care if, it's like whatever I need to be. Oh, do I got to be this for a second? Okay, let's do it. Then let's do that. Whatever you need to be. Well, how else would it be? Because whatever I am is whatever I am. This is a context and a construct and a realm and a paradigm. Whatever whatever here. Like, I don't, how little I give a fuck. That's why I'm like, I ain't saying I'm a prophet. I like that prophet, perspective. Like, prophet can be all, goddamn, I've been drunk for 4 weeks, but this is what I have here to tell you. You can't fuck with them. You can't fuck with accurate information. It don't matter who it comes from, what it comes from. You can go like, those that still have internet cable on the wall, go piss on it, throw mud on it, whatever, you don't damage the cable itself. It ain't going to change the information coming through it or around the wires of it. They see how the current actually don't flow in the wires, it flows around it. So it's like, what do I say? So so like I ain't say like division. That's like, I haven't had enough of anything to be like, oh, I do, and give. So don't give a fuck. There's people obviously have more gifts than me that have nothing to do with, like, what does that do with thing? Is that correcting the errors of the realm? Is that getting at the end of the Industrial Revolution finalized and over with and forever? Huh? I mean, like, I don't care. I don't have to be anybody. Just what gets it done. So like, I didn't look at it as a vision. I think I've had more, that's happened more, like you get something, like it's almost like you're having a dream while you're just, kind of doing whatever you're doing. And I don't know what the point was. Like, I was doing something I would never do, because about to cut the head of a chicken off or wring it off. And I think I was going to cut it off, because something I could never do anyways. And is it because that's how I returned to eating flesh? It was over a year, 13 to 15 months, like I said, but it was alcohol and hanging out with an alcoholic that did it. One morning, it's like, I had something on my stomach, and like, let's get some, morning chicken tender or chicken biscuit or something in the store. I had to, and I never stopped. And I didn't drink near as much as her, but, I was, drinking. It was my drinking days. Drinkers, like, they, it's hard to drink that alcohol and not eat some flesh. I mean, that's why it's good to give up, I ain't saying no. So they kind of go hand in hand. That's a long video. I'm sorry. The point of whatever I was having, daytime vision thing, whatever was, to me, I was like, that was like, as soon as, when the ship's like, okay, I'm sitting there, circular house, chimney in the middle, an old circular house on an old farm. I'm outside up there under all the pecan trees, big old huge trees. And I'm like in the front yard, and I'm going to, I'm going to take this chicken's head off, and I guess to eat. Pretty sad if I wasn't. And then all of a sudden the ships show up in the sky, like 5, 6 or something, several, and they're just hovering there. My mind, this ain't a long thing. And they're just sitting there, And I just immediately put the chicken down, and to me it was like, oh, then the flesh eating is over. There was no fear. There was no nothing. There was no next move. Just immediately put the chicken down, because the age of necessity to eat flesh ended. I don't know what this shit means. If it means anything.